Sorry about that part too. I got cut off. So, how do we move forward with grief? You've got to go back and look at memories and life experiences and pictures, home movies, places, experiences, and relive those as often as you can to keep your loved one always at the forefront of your mind. That's how I deal with my grief. There's days that are absolutely and totally a bust because it overtakes my emotions. And once that happens, I just have to let it happen. Because her death today hurts worse than it did the day that it happened, and I didn't think that was ever going to be possible. Because what I've learned in the last 18 months is what I always knew, that she was one of, if not the most important person outside my husband in my life, her and my dad. But I've also realized no one can take her place. No one can ever step in and fill that shoes. So I just have to try every day, when I do lose control of my emotions, is to just let it happen. Because bottling it up creates a whole nother problem. You have to let grief run its course and materialize. Everybody's grief is different. Everybody copes with it differently. Everybody reacts to it differently. Everybody's experience with it is different. And in those times when you are all together, it's really important to remember that. Because I may handle a situation completely different than somebody else. And when there's emotions and that kind of despair in family, a lot of times you forget what you say. And you don't want to say things that are going to hang around forever and that you're going to regret. There's already enough regret because you're coping with this terrible loss. And you're trying to figure out how to every day get up, get dressed, go to work, live your life passionately. The last thing that my mother wanted me to do was to let her passing steal happiness from me and joy. As a matter of fact, that's one of the last things she ever said to me, was to always choose my happiness and to go get it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm honoring that wish. I'm living my life and finding my happiness, and I'm never going to let anybody stop me from doing it ever again. She saw it. She tried to tell me. I wouldn't listen. I understand it now. I just wish, one of my biggest regrets is that I would have listened more, paid attention more, because I wouldn't feel like I'm trying to catch up now if I'd have just listened. And I just miss her. The pain of those days is raw. And it's hard to go back and think about it. So I try to just move forward and think about what I promised her every day. And that's why I do what I do now every day. promised her I would, and I'm never going to let anybody stop me again. She was the most beautiful soul I've ever known. And there'll be nobody to ever replace her. Not just because she was my mom, but because she was truly a special gift from God. And I know she's home with her corgis and all those that have gone before her. And I will see her again. I will see her again. And we will have forever and ever in paradise. That's how I cope with the greatest loss of my life. I loved her. Still do. God bless.